Would you rather eat only Chinese food all the time, eat only Mexican food? Mexican food. Be pooping a lot, though. Hi. What? Hi. Hi. Welcome to a little game of Would You Rather, where we are asked questions and we would you rather. Would you rather fight Jackie Chan or fight Jet Li? Doesn't really matter too much to me. Okay, next question. Would you rather own a mini horse or own a regular horse? A regular horse is far too large, and I don't know where I'd put it. And mini horses are adorable and kind of like dogs. Wow, 59% of the population are legitimately fools. Would you rather be permanently mute or amputate one of your arms? Wow, this game got dark really quickly. Well, if I became mute, I could not communicate with people, and I do like that, but my arms are nice, but I would rather amputate one arm. Why would people... You would rather have two arms and never be able to talk to anyone and live a life of isolation. No! Would you rather have a huge head and a small neck, or have a huge neck and a small head? I have a huge head and a small neck as it is, and I'm loving it. Okay. Good stuff. Would you rather check your email first every morning, check your social networks first every morning? I do this one first as is. People don't agree. Would you rather live in Hyrule or live in the Mushroom Kingdom? Hyrule? Okay, whatever. Would you rather get killed by your boyfriend, girlfriend, or get killed by your best friend? I want to watch Dennis kill me. Okay. Would you rather be a wizard or be the King of England? A wizard, because then I can make myself the king of anything. And being the King of England, I don't think you can actually do anything. I think you just have a lot of responsibilities, and it's probably not very fun. But if I'm a wizard, wow, there's a lot of opportunities. Would you rather be fat and smell nice all the time, be fit and smell like sweat all the time? Be fit and smell like sweat all the time. Because then I live longer. Because if I'm fat, I'm going to die. So yeah. Yeah, but that's a tough one. Would you rather be unable to experience sadness or be unable to experience anger? See, sadness is good, like, for you. Like, it's good to be sad. Because if there's no sad, then nothing would ever be happy. So that'd be, like, miserable, right? That'd be like, if you could not feel sadness, your life would constantly be terrible. Because there's no way to differentiate the good from the bad, right? So that's just, like... That'd be awful. That'd be like the worst thing. But if you just never got angry, yeah. Man, the people who said never able to experience sadness are fools. Would you rather control the emotions of those around you or control the weather? The emotions one is way too much responsibility. That's way too much. The weather would be, control the weather. That'd be great. Would you rather have your house burnt down by a fire-breathing dragon or have your house blown down by the big bad wolf? Those are both equally bad, but I would like to see a fire-breathing dragon. That one's super split down the middle. My goodness. Would you rather shrink to 1 inch or grow to 3 stories? Grow to 3 stories. I'll be the world's biggest man. I'll be like the greatest soldier ever. But who would I fight for? My peace and beauty. If you had to wear one for the rest of your life, would you rather wear ugly gloves or wear an ugly hat? Ugly gloves. They're way less noticeable. Would you rather be waterboarded to death or be electrocuted to death? Apparently waterboarding is like literally the worst, I mean, oh man, you can get real creative, but apparently it's pretty bad. Electrocuted to death also sounds bad, but I feel like it'd be faster. Yeah, okay, the world's with me on this one. If you were a 5-year-old girl, would you rather be a mermaid or a princess? Easy. Princess. We've all seen Little Mermaid. That's a dark story. Would you rather watch only dramas for the rest of your life or watch only comedies for the rest of your life? I like laughing. I like laughing too much. Would you rather, and just because a movie's is funny doesn't mean it's not dramatic, and vice versa. I watched a very dramatic film last night, Manchester by the Sea, and it was funny. Would you rather kill one person you know or kill 3 strangers? One person I know. Duh, I'm coming for you, Mom. What? No, I'm not gonna kill my mom. That's so dark. I love my mom. If you could only have one, would you rather Facebook or Twitter? I never use Twitter. I don't really like it, but Facebook's also garbage, but I'll use Facebook. Would you rather die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain? How young do I die a hero? Live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Let's ride this ride. You know what? If you say die a hero, you're just a quitter who doesn't complete what they start. I am going to ride it out until I become what I've always hated, and I will see the spoils and the chaos of my doings. Okay? Whoever dies a hero is a quitter. Would you rather live in your dream house thousands of miles away from any civilization, or live in the city of your dreams in a small house with 5 foreigners you can't understand? Can I have friends over? Yeah, I can have friends over. Man, I picked the wrong choice. I think you should pick to live in the city, because if you can't have friends or anyone over, you're honestly going to go crazy, and that's not even like, oh my god, I miss my friends. That's like psychologically, like, you will go insane being alone. Would you rather be we've already been here. It's be a wizard. Duh. Would you rather be Nyan Cat or have the ability to make any rage face of your choice? What does that even mean? I don't want to be Nyan Cat, so I guess this one? Okay, yeah. Would you rather spend a year with the Pope or spend a year with the Dalai Lama? I feel like me and the Dalai Lama would get along way better than me and the Pope. Would you rather bring modern weapons of the Revolutionary War or bring modern weapons to the Civil War? What? If you had to star in one, would you rather the MTV series Teen Wolf or the Vampire Diaries? Easy! Teen Wolf, the movie with my boy, Canadian legend, Michael J. Fox. God bless, stay strong, Canada go. He was Teen Wolf in the movie. Would you rather wear high heels or wear a dress? I would love to wear both and feel beautiful. Would you rather always know when people are lying or always get away with lying? Always know when people are lying. If you had the power to always know when people were lying, do you understand how valuable you would be to the world? Like, during any, like, political debate, you would get paid boatloads of money to literally just sit there and go, okay, that was a lie, you lied about that, that's a lie. And then anytime, like, man, you could do some great things. Would you rather have arms in proportion to a T-Rex or have a neck in proportion to a Brontosaurus? Have some little arms. Little arms here or there. Would you rather kill your daughter to save an entire country from a huge catastrophe or be the cause of a catastrophe that destroys a country? This is stupid. Obviously, you kill your daughter. Okay, man. Wow. Okay, apparently I answered that probably way too soon and with too much fervor, and I was, like, not in the majority. I'll explain this a little bit. Okay, here's the scoop. To save an entire country from a huge catastrophe, I'm expecting tens to maybe hundreds of millions of people dying. I'm assuming this is the United States. And if I had to kill one girl, even if she's my daughter, to save literally millions of lives, yeah, you do that. It sucks. You might never be able to live with yourself, and you might never be happy again, but life's not all about you, it's about everyone. So you do what's best for everyone, even though sometimes it's not best for you. Would you rather be featured on the show Bridezillas or be featured on the show What Not to Wear? What Not to Wear because I love Stacey and Clinton. Heckin' yeah. Would you rather be chased by 100 rabid squirrels through a flat open plain or go down a 200-foot slide completely made out of ice head first with your shirt off? I can outrun rabid squirrels. They got little legs. Okay, I was wrong. If you could attend only one of the two, go to the comma, would you rather Super Bowl or World Cup final? World Cup. Heckin' yeah. Which superpower would you rather, teleportation or superhuman melee? Ability to retain all information you learn. This one's trash, and it doesn't matter. Who cares if you're the smartest person on Earth? But that you're not even smart, you're just good at memorizing things. It's just so lame. Like, yeah, oh, look, I read this book in 30 seconds and now teleportation! Teleportation is the ultimate freedom. Like, people go, oh man, you could rob banks. But you don't even need to. Are you hungry? Teleport to the grocery store, grab an apple, then teleport away. And then you need to sleep at night, teleport to an empty hotel room. Like, it's literally the best. Would you rather be a world-class footballer or be a world-class cricketer? Footballer makes way more money. Would you rather be a centaur or be a mermaid man? I want to explore the ocean. Would you rather only eat breakfast cereal or only eat pasta? These are both terrible. I would rather die. Would you rather meet Chuck Norris or meet the Old Spice Man? Chuck Norris. Duh. You saw a gang beating up a stranger. Would you rather call the police but they don't get there in time, intervene and save their life, or take an equally horrific beating? What is the context of this gang beating? Does the person deserve it? And sometimes people deserve a good beating. If they do deserve it, then I'll call the police and they don't get there in time, whatever. No skin off my back. If they don't deserve it at all, and they're getting beat up, man, I don't know. I don't know if I can realistically say it'd help. I'd say if it was undeserved, I would like to say I would, but unless he put me in that situation, it's impossible to know, and part of me feels like I'd just be too afraid. Would you rather... We've already done this one. Would you rather eat a spoonful of cinnamon or snort mustard? Cinnamon, I guess. Wow, these are all terrible. Would you rather never shave again or never cut your finger toenails again? I barely ever cut them because I am a gross man who bites my nails. So that one is way easier. Never shave again. Man, I don't know. Only be able to see the world in a shade of red or barely hear people when they speak. Man, I love colors too much. Colors are just like the most beautiful thing that exists. So barely hear people when they speak. I can just get a hearing aid. Would you rather eat only Chinese food all the time, eat only Mexican food? Mexican food. Be pooping a lot, though. Would you rather 3 wishes that had no catches or 6 wishes, 3 wishes, no catches? The catches would be too big. What would my 3 wishes be? Be able to teleport. World hunger solved. And everyone can tell if each other are lying. I think, because that way I get my greedy one in there. You know, that's awesome. And if you just solve world hunger real quick, that's like awesome. And if I can teleport, I can do everything I want to, so I don't need more wishes for me. So yeah, solve world hunger, like whatever, just get that done. Like make it so people can just like instantly have whatever food they want in their hands. Man, would that crash the global economy? I don't know, maybe. Jeez. And then 3, just if everyone could always tell if people were lying, the world would just be a way better place. Would you rather be friends with John Wilkes Booth or be friends with Harvey Lee Oswald? Yes. Would you rather have a high salary job you hate or have a low salary and a job you love? Dude, if you love your work, yeah. Man, it's sad to see that this is the more popular one. Because what do you do with money if you're unhappy? Buy things to try to make you happy? That doesn't work. So you have you don't have the money to buy these things that don't do anything for you, but you're happy because you love your work. Would you rather drink only water and alcohol for the rest of your life? Drink anything other than alcohol for the rest of your life? Drink anything other than alcohol, I guess? Yeah, I don't know. Would you rather lose your mind, lose your significant other? Lose my significant other? What do you mean? I'm nothing without my mind. People would rather literally go insane and lose who they are as people instead of losing their significant other. The world's full of people. Find a new one. Wow, maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's a problem with, oh, geez, that's dark. Wow, on that note, thank you so much for watching. As always, love your life, shoes, yes.